around for a long time, and actually at one point raced in the 70s and early 80s with a roll cage on it. Has 2 carburetors. Everything's a basket. The car will eventually come down to the frame. We have quite a bit of welding to do on this to make it back to what it was originally. The shocks will be Kodal shocks. It's got a Cassell rear and Cassell in and out box.
We don't know the year that it was actually built.
Well, it's a number 345.
But is that 345 for a year or
No. That's
total
number. So I'm guessing this car was probably built in the
post-war?
Oh, definitely post-war. Probably early to mid 50s.
I was thinking maybe it was closer to the 40s.
No. He didn't start building them until I think 48. I think 48 was the first year he started building them. If my memory serves me right.
So if it's 345, it's probably 50, 51, maybe 52.
Oh, maybe 55 even. I don't know. I guess we could probably investigate and find out.
But if anybody knows, well.
Yeah, we could find that out. But it's chassis number 345. He stretched it, I think, 2 inches to accommodate the Falcon motor, and stretched between the two wishbone points, the front and the rear, was just stretched in there. We'll see. He did a lot of. It was quite an innovator. Apparently, a pretty damn good race car driver too. Won an ARDC championship. I believe he won some NEMA championships. And from what I was told, when he switched over and was racing at URC, he was on his way to winning that '67 URC championship and was killed at Bedford Fair Speedway. Ran over a guy's wheel or something, is from what I was led to believe. But he won the '66 ARDC championship. It was the first non-offie car to win an ARDC championship. Before that, every car that won the ARDC championship was an Offenhauser. So that's saying something in itself, I guess. We have a lot of work to do, and I guess as we go and we start tearing everything down, you'll see more and more of the car. First thing we're going to do is get the driveline squared, get the motor squared, get the motor mounts welded in and put in, and go from there. And then we'll start ticking. We need to leave some of the skin on the car to get everything lined up.
Because we're going to have to build a set of headers.
We're going to have to build headers. We got to get the motor's got to be totally rebuilt. It's what's laying in there basically. Oh boy. What's laying in here basically is trash.
Well, it's a cast iron.
Ford Falcon block. They made a bunch of different cubic inch Ford Falcon blocks. I would imagine that conform the rules. It was the one that was, I think, 144 cubic inches or 100. I got to go back and look. Because they did make a couple of Falcons that were into the 200 cubic inch range, and I don't think they would have allowed that in NEMA or ARDC. So we'll find all that out as we go. We have a lot of investigating to do, research-wise.
Yeah, here's the weld right here.
Yeah, you should be able to see the welds. Yeah. As for the condition of the chassis, well, these bars were put in. They were put in, and those lower bars were put in to stiffen his chassis after Joe Chicky stretched it. When we get this skin down and it's all open, we can show you all of the additions that Joe Chicky did to the chassis, to the original Kurtis chassis.
Well, it was the original down tube car, but now they're just up tubes.
Well, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but it's stiffeners. That would be the best way to describe it. And he actually put stiffener bars down by his feet in the actual cockpit area and to the back of the chassis. And you'll see all of that extra tubing working. Don't do that. That's, I think, holding that, part of that was holding that in and out box.
It's just holding, it's not holding anything now, it's just holding
Sure?
it square, yeah. No, it's not even sitting on anything,
Okay.
it's just laying in the belly pan.
Okay. No, I think, you know what, I think that in and out box is laying on those bars.
Right.
Well,
And this is just holding it center of the bars.
okay. So this, you'll be able to see a whole bunch more as we go along with this car. But for right now,
It's just sitting here.
that's what you're looking at.
Yep.
We have, the tube is ready, it's gonna be going out this, either tomorrow if the weather holds, or if not, it's gonna be at, EMMR, Latimer Valley next weekend for, the Latimer Valley show. What we're gonna work on today after we get the two loaded is that, little TQ. That needs the
bricks.
their left rear brake needs to come apart. We fixed the right front brake last week. I wanna drain the water out of it, and
We just want to flush the radiator.
I wanna flush the motor and the radiator.
Yeah.
Is all I wanna do, because it probably hasn't been done in a while.
Yep.
And that's it, because we know that car runs, and that car will go to Evergreen. I don't run strictly on asphalt. That's, will not ever touch dirt, not set up for dirt.
Right.
So that's what's going on for today.
Alright.
Next thing we're gonna do is go get the trailer and start putting everything in the trailer.
Alright, so we are loading up the two for the next couple weeks, even though right now we're probably not going anywhere tomorrow.